I'm Luke Stevenson. I'm Chief Executive of VlogBase.
And I'm Andy Surtees, and I'm the second in command of VlogBase.
So VlogBase is basically a new era in social marketing. It's an app-based cloud platform that allows companies to deploy content creation across an entire company very easily and use that for social marketing purposes.
So the sort of technical bit of why it's cool is that it gives everyone that works at a company an app on their phone so they can record their day, bits of their day, and then that can go into a database where the company can then go, we want to make vlogs about what our people do in the day. They can search, they can text search all their video, find out what people have been talking about on the videos they've been making, and then they can make, we've also trying to work on some AI stuff so they can figure out what's actually in the video visually, and then they can make videos showing you inside their company. So the idea is it's supposed to boost trust and sort of makes people kind of, I don't know, I feel like people feel like they don't trust the companies they use.
The main kind of advantage to having VlogBase deployed inside of a company is that it becomes very easy to do something that we're calling reactive video production, which is should a problem arise or should a question arise on social media that a user wants or a customer wants some more information on, they can come to us, say, have we got any footage of that? And we can turn around, make them a video, and then they can post a professional video as a response to a customer's question.
Yeah, so if a problem comes up, it now gives companies an ability that which they haven't had before, which is to immediately make a video about anything.
Yeah. So PR kind of disasters can get mitigated quite easily. Say BP has an oil spill, we can pull footage from John.
Because we're assuming that people in BP were kind of aware it's possible to spill oil and they were trying to do stuff to make sure it didn't happen. But maybe there's a way of going, look, we were trying. We've been doing all this stuff. We've got all these people that work in specifically, here is the not getting guillemots covered in oil department, and they've been scratching their head all day and they still couldn't do it. I don't know, I think like because you never see inside a company, ever.
No.
You see the advert and it goes, here is our logo, here is our glossy thing, here is an actor we hired who didn't work for us 10 minutes before this thing started, and here's him saying that we're good, which he doesn't even think, we've just paid him a say. It's no wonder nobody trusts anybody. It's all.
So do you think transparency is the way forward with businesses? Do you think that lots of businesses have probably lost a lot of trust because of negative press?
I mean,
basically, we've seen a consumer trend that everyone seems to be moving towards more homemade, small business products. You can see that in the rise of Etsy and eBay alternatives like Depop and stuff like that. And taking that kind of consumer influence to the next level is just basically implying that businesses are suffering from a lack of trust.
it's like
Customers don't trust the companies that they say, like Facebook. Everyone's kind of trusted them with their data now.
Well, you never trusted them. You kind of had to pretend you trust them to be able to get on with your life. Same with Google and Amazon and everything like that. You just sort of slightly suppress the extent to which you don't trust them so that you can get on and go through life without being paranoid every minute.
But Facebook is a prime example of the trust issues that modern companies face, and we believe that VlogBase gives companies an easy way to show a window inside of a company, or with editorial control.
I mean, I think it's even big. I think trust is like the world's foremost commodity.
Yeah.
There's places where they've got no oil and they've got no gold in the ground, they've got no diamonds, but everyone trusts each other. And you build this sort of trading place that builds this enormous amount of wealth. And I think if you can make it easier for people to show other people who you are, what you do, You know, it's not some scam that we're hiding behind a snazzy logo. These are the people, these are what they're doing. If that builds more trust, that could change a lot of stuff.
Okay. So what kind of companies and businesses do you think will be interested in this, or who have you already got?
We've run through the hypothetical list of companies. We can't think of a single reason a single person wouldn't buy our thing. But that may be just our naive over-optimism. But we have got some, basically, has anyone turned us down yet? Have we pitched this to anyone that said,
No.
that's stupid, we're not
Everyone
doing
that
it?
we've pitched to, including large multi-million-pound companies, have been very excited about the idea and wanted to be in.
On the high end, they're from like, give me it yesterday, this is amazing, this is going to change everything, to the lowest we've had is, we'd like it, but we haven't got the money. So everyone basically wants one
So
form.
where is VlogBase at the moment? Have you announced it or?
No. VlogBase started yesterday.
Monday, specifically.
Monday. We registered as a company on Monday. And the idea's been knocking around since December. Yeah. We got a grant yesterday.
And that'll go into R&D and getting us to a stage where we can start running this trial with our clients.
I mean, essentially what's going to happen is once we leave this room, the next thing we do is actually start VlogBase.
Brilliant.
That's this afternoon.
So when will you hope to have VlogBase up and running in its full format?
It's full. It's such a big idea. I don't think it'll ever be finished. You know, I think we'll make this a more advanced thing as it goes. But the time when there's an app, people can download it, people can upload stuff from their app to us. We've got the AI in place, and people can do it, and people are putting out videos. May.
Hopefully, yeah.
Bit of luck,
End of May. Hopefully, we have our trial run.
I'd like to have stuff that's a bit like a trial run, but not fully fledged. Pretty damn soon. I'd like to be testing little bits of it next few weeks.
Yeah. Well, we just need to see how fast the app creates.
So potential launch at sort of May time then?
Well, we need to run our trial, see what happens.
The thing is, it being what we totally want it to be in the end, you can sort of, you can work around bits of that not quite existing yet.
Yeah.
By getting people to just send us footage from phones, and we'll then we'll sort of run around behind it acting like we were an AI, but we're actually us. We can do that before we've totally got the thing finished. We can probably, I don't know, I'm always one for like, let's try and get something as quick as possible. I'd like to get that by the end of April. Is that too ambitious?
We'll just have to see.
We'll see. We'll do it as fast as we can, basically.
Yeah, effectively, the faster we can get it in the hands of our clients, the better.
We're going to do it as fast as we can, so it's not rubbish, and then again as fast as we can, so it's really good.
Okay. Makes a lot of sense. That's exciting. So for the region, again, that's another thing to expose.
Yeah.
You know, it's talent coming out of Middlesbrough. Brilliant, fantastic idea.
Yeah, if it gets as big as we think it will.
Oh, I mean, we've done some back of the envelope calculations that are just ludicrous. I mean, at some level, we're kind of asking the question: why doesn't everyone stop all other forms of marketing and just do this? Because if you can see inside a company, why do you need anything else?
Yeah.
Who cares that you've hired, George Clooney to stand there and say something? I mean, that's not actually giving you any information.
No.
You've got all the information. We've done that.
Well, it all boils down to that kind of like that Gary V quote, where it's just basically, if you aren't producing content on your phone, then you are becoming increasingly irrelevant by the minute.
I think, and what he means by that as well is that, but that's about people consume a huge amount of content. They watch stuff on their phones, and this is perfect for that because it's not, in a way, I quite like the sort of ads that you see at the cinema because they're like, this is the highest version of what people can do. They put surround sound in an ad. This is, but it is. I mean, it's just, that's not really, whatever they're selling, that's not what that thing is.
No.
I mean, I love how much effort they put into advertising perfume. Because they're advertising a smell, right?
Yeah.
How do you even do that? Well, it turns out with enormous amounts of stuff. It's got to be nothing, because you can't actually let them smell the thing,
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
What you would like to do, I mean, even we can't. What we'd like to do is, this smells like this and it's 60 quid. What do you reckon? That's basically, well, except they don't want to do that because they want to turn it into this great big aspirational thing. That just means somehow now you want to spend 60 quid on smelling like
No,
that.
but
that is.
instead of spending a ton of money on a big jazzy advert, instead they can show the development process that went into the back of it.
Although, to be honest, actually, maybe we found the one thing that shouldn't use us. Because 60 quid perfume, you need to, because how are you going to get through that, really?
Yeah.
What we're really useful for is someone who's got a thing that's super handy. Like, you know, like imagine History Remastered advertising on VlogBase. We go, you know, we drive around the countryside, going to museums, talking to people, putting tapes in the boot, coming home, and now you know what your history is that you didn't. You know, this is people talking about stuff. I mean, it seems like there's virtually no records of what it was like to be in some of these mines back then. We just don't know, but we do. It's on a tape. Nobody's ever listened to it. If you've got a vlog-based type thing and you can follow us around, that's like a show you'd watch because it's fun anyway.
That's the whole thing.
That's not even an advert at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, brilliant.
It's a
So
much
is
better
this-
way of pitching it.
Is this a venture between both of you
Yeah.
as individuals, not through your two?
We've
businesses?
started a new company which just does this, but obviously it takes advantage of the fact that Luke's a kick-ass video guy and I'm pretty good with audio, and we're also both pretty good with tech, especially Luke, and figuring like this AI turns out easier to do than you'd think, and it just got easy recently, didn't it? There's some good timing stuff here. It turns out we've turned up at exactly the point where some of this audio processing technology is just getting good, and the AI for the video is getting good all at the same time.
Okay,
So
very
it's exactly the right time to be doing this.
good. Yeah, a lot.
Brilliant. So you've seen this gap in the market pretty early on. When you say last December, you were getting the ideas for it?
Yeah, basically last December we were like,
Did you think of it first, or did I? Was it you? I can't
yeah,
remember.
it was me. I was like, because we
Cool,
have
we're
a
making
client.
vlogs already for this awkward in Australia.
Yeah, we had a client before that we were doing vlogs for. They were sending us footage from Australia. We were putting it together and sending it back. We were just looking at that process and going, there has to be a simpler way for this to work around, because currently we need to wait for him to upload it, then we need to wait to download it, and then we need to make it and send it back. And
Yeah, we were basically thinking this thing we're doing is quite good, but it's too hard.
But imagine if
Like people would do this a lot more if it wasn't a pain.
Yeah, so imagine that if
So-
you walked in, if you say you're EE, if you have everyone in the company and you just go, right, okay, if any of you are interested in doing vlogs, here's an app, you can do vlogs for us and we'll give you a bonus.
Yeah, that's another thing that's quite cool about this. If you're some total drone worker who just delivers things or something, you can suddenly now people
You're
people
contributing
know who
to
you
the
are.
advertising.
You can become a feature of the company. I mean, you're already like really important to actually getting stuff moved around or whatever it is you do.
Yeah.
But now people can,
Follow the
people around the
story.
world can care about what you do for a living. It's like they,
exposure.
yeah, it's like, I mean, occasionally happens in ads anyway. Like they're kind of Howard from that bank thing. What's it? Is
From
it?
Halifax.
Yeah. Did he really work at that bank? I think he did, didn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
But that's like, that happened once to one guy at one company. But that can happen all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. That's probably a bit. Those
That's
ads are
grand
stupid.
scale, but yeah.
Would you look to showcase the skill of people in Middlesbrough itself and maybe target that as an early trial?
Well, we're definitely. I mean, our first customer is likely to be Fusion IM, isn't it?
Yeah,
So they're in Billingham.
Billingham, so
So
close.
close. And yeah, so let's see what we can do with them.
Mhm.
I'd imagine there's,
But there's
just
multiple
don't
there's
know where it's
multiple
gonna go yet,
companies
'cause-
in Middlesbrough that could
there's
potentially
loads of companies in
benefit
Middlesbrough,
from.
but why not everywhere? I mean, it's showcasing how people in Middlesbrough work is great, but there's no reason not to.
Why stop there?
There's
Yeah,
no why stop there.
Exactly. Yeah. People everywhere's local if you live there.
Yeah.
It'll be amazing to see it grow because it is such a unique and cool idea.
Yeah.
It'll just be interesting in the next sort of
If
months to see what.
if it really does have the impact that we're thinking it
thinking
might, then hold on tight.
Because effectively we're just going to start hoovering up as much
I mean, that's
talent
gonna-
as we can as far as
Especially
video and
especially
audio
if we
work.
keep it based here, which we're planning to, it's going to change around here quite a bit.
Wow.
Sorry, we just kind of waffled on
That's,
about.
no, that's incredible. That's a really, really good.
So watch out.
Wow.
Yeah, vlog
Wow.
Vlogbase.com is currently a blank site, but by the time whoever watches this, hopefully I'll put some in there.
Maybe.